Hi, it's Raj Bapala, co-founder and CEO of Appla. As a parent, we want to give the best experience for our kids. I've got two kids, 11 plus, and other one is doing GCSE exams. So we've spent a lot of time and a lot of money for tuitions, 40, 50 pounds a class on math, science, and English, and many things. And also we've tried our platforms and people saying, okay, use Atom Learning, iExcel, and this and that. And they're okay, but at the end of the day, you're paying 40, 50 pounds for them, and it's really not working out. It's just like only one, and again, where do you go for the next, right? And it's just like a simple mock exam practice, it's there are so many things you can do. It's not really a comprehensive feedback mechanism tool, right? That's what I think. I got really frustrated with all these tools, and again, spending with teachers and tutors is not really working out. So here, that's why we built Appla with the vision of actually helping kids as early as, like from year 8 years onwards to all the way to the GCSEs. We've got the whole curriculum built. Again, we've digitalized the whole UK curriculum here. So, and actually we're giving a value only 9.99 a month, £10, right? What is that? Is the cost of a pizza, even less than that. And so we want to give that a best experience for everyone. You can really see from year 4 to year 11, they can see every single subject, math, they can able to look at this lesson. They can practice but understand the concept first rather than writing an exam for the sake of writing. And then you can able to do a lot of practice also. Then, what is this thing? And then you can see the assessment and whatever you wanted to do. And you can do a lot of things again each year, year 4, year 5, year 6, all the way to there, right? And that's about it. And also you can, once you have there, then probably, most people will go for 11 plus, which obviously you can really see. And yeah, so we have built a comprehensive 11 plus past papers, around 5,000 papers we have. And again, four topics: verbal, non-verbal, math, and English. So you can able to see pretty much everything. You can take exams. Also, you can get the feedback. Also, you can see how many exams you've been taking. And these are the exams I've been taking, verbal reasoning, and also you can really give the feedback by the subject, by lesson, and at least it will give you a really great feedback for the parent and also teacher for obviously if he's having a teacher and also parent and the kid for writing them as well. You can do quite a lot of things as well. So an example, let's take an exam for verbal reasoning. So you can really see that it actually I did an exam math for now before it actually tells you where you got right, where you got wrong. It's really great, right? As a parent, you cannot able to tell, what is the correct answer, right? So you can able to do, and it's brilliant, isn't it? So it just saves a lot of time. A lot of institutions are charging 40, 50 pounds, even for a paper sometimes, cost like that. And we're giving for free 5,000 questions, right? And many unlimited questions and papers they can do, all for 9.99, and they can do practice again if you want to do it. Just simply go and write an exam, and you can able to see, submit papers. You can directly see as well, and the results coming through. As an example, let me go back and show the exam as well. So if you see some of the exams what I've done just now, you can see that exam coming through as well. You can really see the results. So it's just brilliant way to actually get the feedback as well as assessments for the kid who is writing the exam and studying, as well as for parents not to spend too much time for them to sit with them and write down exams, and also more importantly the cost. And we'll explain a lot also all of this in subsequent videos. You can also see that as well. I'd really trust this is valuable and take advantage of this offer. It's only 9.99, which is a significantly lower cost. Anyone can able to afford it. It's a cost of a small pizza these days, and compared to 40, 50 pounds a tuition class. And I truly trust this is helpful for you. And yeah, sign up at appla.com/UK, applaa.com/UK, and register for free. And it's 1 month free as well for you guys. So make use of it. And if you're writing the 11 plus exam, all the best. And again, we'll explain further details also in the subsequent videos. Thank you for watching.
Welcome to this explainer. Today we're diving into some really crucial insights straight from the Applia 11 Plus Learning Hub. We're going to tackle a massive, honestly kind of maddening mystery in test taking. Why on earth do students lose marks on questions they actually know how to solve? And, more importantly, how do we fix it? Let's get right into it.
But I actually knew the answers. Look, if you or your child have ever felt that intense, pull your hair out frustration of finishing a practice test, seeing the score, and saying that exact phrase, you are absolutely not alone. It's a completely universal experience. But hey, the good news? The problem usually isn't a lack of knowledge at all.
To fix this, we're going to break this chaotic problem down into a highly structured system. We'll start with the I knew that trap, look at balancing speed and accuracy, reading and calculating carefully, navigating multiple choice options, reviewing mistakes properly, and finally, wrap it all up with the 5-second check.
So let's kick things off with Section 1, the I knew that trap. When a student loses marks, even though they have the right knowledge, it almost always boils down to fundamental technique errors. It's definitely not about a lack of intelligence. It usually just comes down to careless mistakes, rushing, misreading the prompt, or, just poor exam technique in general. Recognizing this is absolutely step 1 to getting those lost marks back on the board.
Which brings us to our first major pitfall right when the clock starts. Section 2, balancing speed and accuracy.
Okay, so there's this massive myth out there that you just need to work faster to beat the clock. And sure, it's incredibly tempting to just put your foot on the gas. But when you do, rushing causes you to skip over vital details. The reality, speed is useful only when accuracy stays high. So instead of rushing blindly, you've got to aim to be fast, focused, and accurate. That combination is your golden ticket.
Now let's dig into the actual mechanics of tackling a problem. Section 3, reading and calculating carefully. You absolutely have to watch out for specific trap words. We're talking about words like not, except, least, most, difference, and total. Why does this matter? Well, misreading just one of these capitalized words completely flips what the question is asking you to find. Literally, before you even pick up your pencil to calculate, you should be asking yourself, wait, what exactly is this question asking me to find?
And here's a perfect illustration of the calculation trap. Say you're working on a triangle area question on APLA. You might know the formula perfectly, base times height divided by 2, but you still might make a tiny, super costly error in your arithmetic. You can have the method down perfectly and still wind up choosing the wrong answer just because your math was a tiny bit off.
To protect your score, you always need to be on the lookout for common calculation blunders. We're talking about basic addition and subtraction slips, multiplication errors, getting tangled up in decimals or fractions, using the wrong units, or, and this happens all the time, simply copying the numbers down wrong from the screen to your scratch paper. These are the silent killers that turn a brilliant, correct method into a totally wrong result.
All right, let's move to that high-stakes moment where you actually lock in your final decision. Section 4. Navigating multiple choice options.
So, you've done the work, you dodged the trap words, your calculation is flawless, your solution on paper is 100% correct, but then, as you go to hit that purple submit button, you just click the wrong letter. It sounds crazy, but it happens way more often than you'd think, and it is entirely preventable.
The fix here is absolutely crucial. Before you even think about moving to the next question, you must quickly confirm that the answer on your screen actually matches the answer on your paper. Just take a half second to ask yourself, does the option I just clicked actually match my answer?
Another huge hurdle here, managing self-doubt. Students will so often choose the correct answer, stare at it, start doubting themselves, and then, bam, change it to a wrong one. Please never change your correct answer just because you're feeling nervous. Only change an answer if you spot a definite, clear reason or a specific mistake you made in your initial calculation. Seriously, trust your first focused instinct.
This perfectly builds into time management. Take, for example, a high-difficulty Level 4 question about arranging cakes into boxes. If you hit a problem like this and it's just eating up all your time with zero progress, you have to let it go for now. Move on. Protect the easier marks first, because getting stuck creates immense pressure later in the test. If the exam rules allow it, you can always loop back around to it later.
So you've navigated the test, you've finished the mock exam. What happens next? Brings us to Section 5, reviewing mistakes properly.
After a mock test, whatever you do, do not just glance at your final score and move on. That literally tells you nothing about how to actually improve. Instead, try categorizing every single mistake into this sequence. Was it a lack of knowledge? A flaw in your method? Pure carelessness? Did you just misread the question? Or was it an issue with timing? Categorizing your errors like this helps you pinpoint the exact actionable reason you lost the mark, so you can actually fix it for next time.
Let's pull all of this together into a concrete, systematic solution that you can use on every single question. Section 6, the 5-second check.
Okay, the 5-second check. It's this rapid mental checklist you run through right before you hit next. Step 1, did I read it correctly? Step 2, did I answer exactly what was asked? Step 3, did I select the correct option? Just a few seconds of hyper-focused attention right here can save a lost mark. It takes a potential careless mistake and turns it into a guaranteed point. Ultimately, if you know the answer but you're still dropping marks, you don't need to study more facts. You need better exam habits. You have to read carefully, think clearly, answer accurately, and check your work whenever possible. If you want to really succeed on platforms like Applya, you've got to shift your mindset. It's not just about proving you know the math, it's about executing a flawless exam strategy. Your goal isn't just to know the answer, your goal is to make absolutely sure you get the mark.
By applying these focused techniques, you can completely transform your whole test-taking experience. Thanks for joining me for this explainer. I want to leave you with one final thought before your next mock exam. What if the difference between a good score and a truly great score has absolutely nothing to do with studying more and everything to do with mastering your final 5 seconds?